early in the morning, everything was fine.
All over the shop.
Yeah, we're not going to go. We're going to pull out. We're going to do this. Then again, it comes with, no, that's not what I said. We're being misquoted. If the IOC can give us assurances, of course, we will be there. But let's put into context that it's not just Kenya that is reacting. The Americans, a whole lot of people are reacting because the issue is generating a lot, But the Kenyans were the first to say, well, we might pull out. But what would the Olympics be without Kenya?
I'll just go straight to the point. You see, when all these kind of events are happening, there's always, this is what I feel personally, once it's not happening in Europe, there's one thing or the other that is going to be an issue. South Africa World Cup, what happened?
Yeah, security.
Brazil, 2014, I was there.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be completed. It was this, it was that. When we got there, it was perfect. All these things are things that happen in areas where the weather conditions are conducive for, the sort of, what would I call them? Is it insects or I don't know what, But the thing is, they have guidelines in place, and they're saying these are it's not as if the world is going to come to an end. They're just precautions that have to be taken into consideration. So it's enabling people to understand what they should do, what they should not do, what they should put in place. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think as long as the health people are in charge and the IOC is in charge and everybody puts hands together, I think it will be fine. I don't think, it's the end of the world. What do you think?
Well, I want you to talk about Kenya. The things you've heard, the things you've seen. Their reaction, was it justified?
Well, they had to come out, since they said that they didn't actually say that, they had to come out to debunk the story that was going around that they were going to pull out from the Olympic because of this Zika virus. I can remember that China was supposed to host the FIFA Women World Cup in 2003, but because of the SARS virus at the time, one country pulled out, another country pulled out, and before you know it, FIFA had to come out and say, okay, fine, let us give China 2007 and United States. You hosted 1999, you probably still have the facilities host. So I think what is happening right here is the fact that there's a Zika virus that has affected over 20 countries. Now, as
23
countries, as at last count. Now, as the U.S. health official said in the White House, he said that it is a mild disease, but then it's something that affects pregnant women. They have a very high chance.
Those intending to get pregnant.
Exactly.
If you have the virus in you.
So you have a chance of probably giving birth to a child that has a crippled defect. So what we're trying to say is that it is a decision for each country to make.
Okay.
Now, so I think right now the IOC has to come out and say, this is it. Let
me quickly put this in Cosmos. The International Olympic Committee, the head, Thomas Bach, has said, look, we're going to be able to handle this. And some measures are already in place. First, they say, look, all the facilities, we're going to comb the areas where all the facilities are. We're going to destroy the particular type of mosquito that carries, you're laughing, that carries that virus. There's a high level of awareness now, and that, that and some other measures that they have put in place to ensure that. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is, do you believe all of those measures will be enough? And people will still come in spite of the threat?
Well, it better be enough, because it has to be enough, because this is an event that generated billions of dollars. So I mean, it's actually good that they're hitting the nail on the head, so everybody knows what is to be done early. So they've got more than 6 months, about 6 months to get rid of this thing and just sort of inform everybody properly.
And another thing, that I forgot to mention was that they say, look, well, the Olympics will be in winter, and you're going to have less mosquitoes.
Okay, winter at the time. Yeah, that's true.
You're going to have less mosquitoes. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, because whether we like it or not, even as Nigerians, we're already thinking about it, because our athletes will be involved, and this you know, if you catch the virus, you can't it's not just about pregnant women as well. As a disease, it is mild, but you can. It's something that can be transmitted.
It's a transmittable disease. So, and that is why, of course, care has to be taken, measures has to be taken to make sure that you reduce the effect of this disease. So I understand where that is the story, where true, the first story, where Kenya or whoever, any other country is coming from. Yes, the panic. But the truth is this, you're saying you're withdrawing. That is, if it is true, yeah, because they are debunking it now. Like I've always said, there's no smoke without fire. But then, if the chairman of the Kenyan Olympic Committee is saying that it is a lie, fine, there's no problem. But the fact is, the concern is still there.
Yeah.
The International Olympic Committee cannot, for now, withdraw real.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. I mean, they have never done that. I mean, we have had countries that have pulled out, the US and in the 80s in the Olympic, and the Olympics still went on.
Okay.
So it is not possible right now because of health issue or something. What they can only do is to make sure that they reduce the effect of this so-called Zika virus, and let's enjoy the Olympic. I just hope this Zika virus thing would not, that put the feelings of the Olympics.
Surprisingly, England, a place where when these things happen, everywhere is awash with stories. But in England, they're saying that Lord Sebastian Coe says all of the athletes want to come. Nobody is saying they don't want to come.
There's a lot of politics involved in all these things. Yeah. Sometimes you need to know. What Coe is from England, of course. He did the London Olympics. He's now the head. There was a time when there was a bit of controversy about drugs, and they said that's the best person to do it. So England will probably support, not probably, they will support Coe.
Their own.
Yeah, they want him to have a successful tenure and to give him the backing and all that. I feel personally that this thing is not going to be a big deal because they will tackle it.